Finish him.
Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. You know, guys, with this pandemic going around, I hope everyone out there is being healthy. I hope this hasn't hit too close to home for everyone out there. Hitman Boxing is doing good. We're good. Just hoping everybody out there stays well during these tough times. Another thing I want to address before I get into this video, Fax Tellerman, letting you know I got your email. I'll respond to it later today, but I got you on the shirt. I got the address. I will send you the first load of Hitman Boxing t-shirts that I make. Again, you're going to get that shirt as soon as I mock up this draft. Next thing, if you mess with Hitman Boxing, make sure you go subscribe to Viral Side Hustle. One of my buddies got a channel. It's a reaction channel. Good content. Make sure you go subscribe. The link will be in the description. You can also click on the little card that pops up right now. He also has a fitness channel, Kilo Fitness. Go check him out. But let's get into the bullshit. Let's get into it. Errol Spence Jr. Errol, the true Spence Jr. What's he been on lately? He's been talking to the media, been talking to the press. And y'all might think, oh man, Hitman, don't say anything bad about Errol Spence. This is the only reason why I subscribe to your channel. Well, let me tell you, give you a little background about Hitman Boxing. Because we used to hit the ground very heavy on these videos. We was really hard up and coming, going in on Kell Brook. We wanted people to give Errol Spence a shot at a title because he worked his way up the IBF rankings. Really, that was probably the best route to go if you wanted a title shot because, honestly, if you're a big-name fighter with a belt, you have the option of not fighting fighters who appear to be A-level fighters, right? Because you want to make the money as opposed to facing really tough opposition if you don't need to, right? But with the IBF, you really don't have a chance, you really don't have a chance, right? Because, you know, the rankings are very, I mean, me personally, I think the IBF rankings could improve or how they conduct business could improve a little bit. But, you know, if you're looking to get a world title shot, go through the rankings on the IBF. You'll get there eventually, just like Spence did. But let's talk about what's been going on as of late. Right now, Errol Spence is a unified champion. He's got the WBC belt. He's got the IBF championship. His last fight was against Shawn Porter. And Spence has been kind of talking reckless in the media, man. And I quote, I made the Porter fight a lot harder than it was supposed to be, right? So let's talk about that real quick. We know Shawn Porter. We know his limitations, but we know that he's going to be a very rough, rugged guy who's not going to give up, who's going to continue to come forward. He can't box for shit, but he can play football, right? Nah, but Shawn Porter, anytime he stepped up in competition, he's taking an L. His biggest win is against Danny Garcia, right? So he lost to Thurman. He lost to Spence. He lost to Kell Brook as well. And I don't know where I can't find the footage of him getting his ass beat by Kell Brook. It doesn't exist anymore. If you got that video, send it to me. But look, Spence is making excuses, man. You know, he's saying that, you know, for the Shawn Porter camp, he spent most of his time losing weight, right? He said he was up to about 190, 189, 190. So he spent a lot of time cutting weight in camp. And we know the story. We know how that goes. Fighter comes in overweight. Like Spence. Spence does this all the time. We sometimes call him a weight bully for it, right? Because he comes in overweight, gets down to 147 for fight night. And, you know, the fight didn't go how he said it was going to go. The fight wasn't as easy as he said it was going to go. Well, here's my thing. You know, as you continue to fight good fighters like that, you're not going to have easy nights. Shawn Porter ain't an easy night. Manny Pacquiao's not an easy night. Let's be honest. Because that's the fight you're looking to make next, right? You're looking to fight Manny Pacquiao next. And we're going to get into that as well. You know, another thing Errol Spence said is he feels like he could have beat Floyd Mayweather in his prime. That's blasphemy. But look, a lot of you might say this, and I agree. You know, if you're a fighter, you have 100% confidence in yourself, 100% confidence in your ability to beat whoever, right? Well, you're not beating Floyd Mayweather in his prime. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. You don't move your head enough. all right? You're not going to fight him on the inside. You're not going to land any punches on him. You have never faced a fighter like Floyd Mayweather. So to say that you would have beat him in your prime is laughable, okay? It's very laughable. No one's ever beaten Floyd Mayweather. In fact, given the fact that you were just recently in an accident, you haven't been sparring, you're still healing up, and it's a good thing there's a pandemic going around right now, right? Because you could use the extra time to heal up, get your mind, get your body right? Now, I'm happy that Errol Spence survived that car crash. I don't wish bad on anybody. Honestly, I don't. But a few things that you got to do to prolong your career. Got to stop the drinking, bro. Got to stop that. And like you mentioned in this article, you're not taking your craft 100% serious. I mean, you're saying you're coming into camp overweight. That's got to stop, right? Either that or move up in weight. Move up a couple of weight classes, okay? But, you know, another funny thing, some bullshit. People was like, oh, Errol Spence could beat Canelo Alvarez. No, he can't. That wouldn't happen. We can debate that all day. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about these reckless comments Errol Spence made about Shawn Porter, Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know, it's funny. Again, I would take, this is my thing, okay? When everything gets back to normal, when everything is normalized, which we're a long way away from, right? Most likely the next, big fights that happen are probably going to happen in big arenas, or they may not happen at all because of everything that's going on. But truth be told, Errol Spence's next opponent will probably be Manny Pacquiao. And let's discuss that real quick, because Manny Pacquiao, I'm just going to call it like it is. Manny Pacquiao is a cherry picker. Now, follow me here, okay? Manny Pacquiao has had a long, successful career, right? His last opponent was Keith Thurman. What had Keith Thurman done in his last couple of fights? Well, Keith Thurman was very inactive. Keith Thurman was coming back from an injury. In his last fight, he got outclassed a little bit by Josecito Lopez, someone a lot of people felt were beneath Keith Thurman, right? Keith Thurman hasn't been looking good, and he hasn't been active. So he picked Keith Thurman for the name and for, if you look back at Keith Thurman's resume, it's not the best. I mean, he's beaten Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter, but he's an exciting fighter. He does have a lot of knockouts. And in 10 years from now, people ain't going to be talking about how Keith Thurman was inactive and how injured he was. Well, I might be, but that's if YouTube existing. But that's another story, right? Manny Pacquiao ain't stupid. He's going to pick the opponents with the smallest risk, highest reward. Keith Thurman, little risk, high reward. Errol Spence, who's recently in a car accident, unable to really train the way he wants to right now, this is a prime opponent for Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao still has some speed. He's faster than Errol Spence. Errol Spence, again, has never fought a fighter like Manny Pacquiao. That is a very tough fight for Spence, especially coming off that injury, okay? Same thing with Terrence Crawford. See, Spence don't want to take these fights. He's not going to want to take Terrence Crawford next. That's a bad move. That's a bad business move, right? Because if he takes Terrence Crawford next, he's going to get smoked. But he can't really avoid the Pacquiao fight because, one, it's a big payday, and two, he has a lot to gain by winning that fight. I mean, hell, there's even talk of him fighting Floyd Mayweather next, but I don't see that happening. Floyd's been training. It looks like he's looking to come back for another fight. But again, Spence has just got to watch what he says. I get you're confident, but you looking and sounding a little different from when you were on the come up, when you were trying to get that fight with Kell Brook. You went from wanting to fight the best, and I get it. The best didn't want to fight you. The fighters in your weight class didn't want to fight you at the time. But now you got 2 belts. I get it. You want to make the rounds, but you got another fighter in Terrence Crawford who want to make that fight next. Again, I understand. The business do got to be right. But with this pandemic situation going on, we don't know how long it's going to be before things get normal. Dude's going to start getting older. Okay? That fight's got to be made within the next year or two. It's got to. All right? Now, Manny Pacquiao, I say you fight him next. And if you get beat, you get beat. If you win, you win. It is what it is. But don't disrespect the guy, Floyd Mayweather. He birthed you. A lot of people probably say, okay, so Spence sparred Mayweather. He gave Mayweather a black eye. We talking about sparring. We're talking about sparring. Mayweather's a different type of animal. And I don't think he would lose to Errol Spence Jr. Whether Errol Spence Jr. is in his prime or Floyd Mayweather's not at his prime. Floyd Mayweather beats Errol Spence. Unanimous decision. Easy work. That's easy work for him. Keep it 100. I know you might be an Errol fan, but keep it 100. He not beating Floyd. Hitman Boxing. Drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. I'm out.